When the sun clocks out, the kings clock in. Chrome on the asphalt, let the night begin. Reyes de la noche, arranca. Yeah, yeah. Reyes de la noche, crowns in the dark. Lowriders like comets, leaving trails through the park. The boulevard salutes us when the engines ignite. Reyes de la noche, kings of the night. 9 p.m. I hang the coveralls on the garage nail. Watch the day's label off and let the evening set sail. My 64's been waiting like a loyal old friend. 13 coats of midnight blue from bumper to end. I earned this chrome the long way, no shortcuts, no loans. Double shifts at the body shop, building the bones. They said the crown's inherited, mine's built from scratch. Every panel hand restored, every wire, every latch. The homies pull up one by one as the street lights bloom. 4 kings, 4 classics, headlights cutting the gloom. We don't run the night with fear, we run it with grace. Slow enough to show respect to every porch and place. The viejitos raise their coffee cups as we glide past. The new kings keeping customs of the kings of the past. Ruedas y coronas, rolling through the dark. Every king earned his chariot. Every rider marked. From the east side to the harbor, the kingdom's alive. Reyes de la noche, watch the kings drive. And when the morning takes the throne back like it always do, the night remembers who rode it true. My father drove a delivery route for 32 years. Knew every pothole in the county, every shortcut, all gears. He never owned a showpiece, drove a work truck to the end. But he taught me that the road rewards the man who attend. Mijo, treat the street with honor and it honors you back. Run it greedy in his potholes, run it humble, it's a track. So I roll his wisdom nightly in his memories name. The king he never claimed to be, I claim in his frame. His photos on my visor and his rules in my chest. Signal early, yield gladly, let the hurried one stress. The crown ain't about dominance, it's about the care. A king who serves his boulevard finds his kingdom everywhere. And when the young ones ask me how I earn the respect, I say miles of small kindnesses collect. Reyes de la noche, crowns in the dark. Low riders like comets, leaving trails through the park. The boulevard salutes us when the engines ignite. Reyes de la noche, kings of the night. Yeah. And the night tests the kings with the shadows and cold, with the memories that surface when the streets get old. But the king don't work from midnight, he befriends the dark, turns the loneliest boulevard into Noah's Ark. 2 of every burden riding safe in the hall. The Reyes de la noche, never dull. Midnight at the summit where the city spreads gold. 4 kings on 4 hoods watching the night unfold. We talk about the fathers and the futures in the fleet, the brotherhood of midnight complete. Tomas got the promotion, Ray's daughter made the team. Lil Carlos bought his first house, the collective dream. We toast with tamarindo to the roads that we've run. The kings count the blessings one by one. Then we descend the boulevard in ceremonial line. For commerce trailing starlight through the city spine. Every empty street a red carpet, the evening unroll. Every street light a chandelier of amber and gold. And when I park the throne at home as the stars rotate west, the crown comes off, the king sleeps blessed. Ruedas y coronas, rolling through the dark. Every king earned his chariot. Every rider marked. From the east side to the harbor, the kingdom's alive. Reyes de la noche, watch the kings drive. And when the morning takes the throne back like it always do, the night remembers who rode it true. Reyes de la noche, por vida, por honor. The night belongs to the humble, y el humilde es el mejor. Night shift king, punch out and roll. Night shift king, punch out and roll. The overtime paid for the chrome and the soul. From the warehouse to the boulevard, the transformation's clean. Night shift king, you know what I mean. Yeah, 11 p.m. the forklift sleeps and the badge comes off. 12 years on the graveyard crew, never called in soft. The Vatos on the day shift ask me how I stay so calm. I tell them that the midnight taught me every single psalm. My locker's got 2 photos, the familiar and the ride. Both of them the reasons that I take the grind and stride. The warehouse pays the mortgage and the 63s restore. Every pallet that I move's another chrome piece in store. And when the whistle finally blows and the time card clicks, I trade the steel toe boots for the classic kicks. The parking lot transformation, workman the king, the night shift royalty. Hear the engine sing, cause some men dread the darkness and the hours it keeps. I made the night my kingdom while the city sleeps. Night shift king, crowned under the hard hat. Built the throne on overtime. Imagine that, the boulevard at 2 a.m.'s my victory parade. Night shift king, self-made, and every working Vato riding home in the dark. Your royalty in coveralls. On your mark. The night shift brotherhood's a special kind of crew. We nod across the empty streets like veterans do. The baker loading ovens and the janitor supreme. The nurse behind the wheel running on caffeine. With the gears that keep on turning while the daylight world rests. The invisible economy passing every test. And my payback for the sacrifices this hour right here. The empty boulevard unrolling like a private frontier. No traffic, no sirens, just a hum in the glow. The night shift kings commute low and slow. I take the long way home on purpose past the harbor's edge. Watch the cranes and cargo ships work the water's ledge. Fellow soldiers of the midnight moving freight through the black. We salute with our headlights, the nocturne of night shift king. Punch out and roll. The overtime paid for the chrome and the soul. From the warehouse to the boulevard, the transformation's clean. Night shift king. You know what I mean? And me a sposa. Leave the porch light on with the blade in the microwave. A queen who runs the daytime while I'm out on the graveyard wave. We're a 2-shift dynasty, the house never sleeps unguarded. The sunrise, my midnight, never once discarded. Sundays I share kingdom. When the schedules align, the night shift king and day shift queen. By design, 12 years of the gray, I bought the house free and clear. Paid my daughter's college entry, the frontier. She asked me once if working nights is stolen my dreams. I laughed and showed her the Impala's midnight gleams. Meet your dreams don't got a schedule, they got a will. I dreamed at 3 a.m. of forklifts, dreaming still. Now she interns at the hospital on the overnight rotation. 3rd generation night shift, a constellation. We meet sometimes at the all-night diner booth by the glass. 2 shifts of the same bloodline, watching night traffic. Now she gets the graveyard wisdom. Now the calm and the cold, the quiet pride of the ones who work the night road. So here's to every night shift king rolling home at dawn. The kingdom never sees you, but the kingdom runs on. Crown under the hard hat, built the throne on overtime. Imagine that, the boulevard at 2 a.m.'s my victory parade. Night shift king, self-made, and every working Vato riding home in the dark. Your royalty in coveralls. On your mark. Punch out. Roll slow. The night pays its kings. Night shift royalty. Hear the engine sing. Polish it slow. Let the moonlight catch it. Chrome crown, homie. Nobody can snatch it. They say a king needs a castle, well my castle's got wheels. 64 with the wire spokes, you know the deal. The crown ain't made of jewels, it's made of chrome and patience. 15 years a weekend spent on restorations. My abuelo used to tell me, mijo, shine come from the scars. Every day I hammered out a story about who we are. The candy paints a mirror, when the body looks in it, they see 40 years of pride in every soul that's been in it. I ain't never worn a crown made of gold or a glory, but when the hydros lift the nose up, that's my coronation story. The boulevard's my throne room, the homies are the court, and the chrome crown shining is the king's report. So when you see the reflection rolling down the avenue, that's royalty the streets made, humble but true. Chrome crown, heavy is the head that shines. Every scratch and every polish mark, some memory of mine. Chrome crown, the throne is on hydraulics tonight. King of the boulevard, under the street light. No velvet, no scepter, just the wheel in my hand. Chrome crown, royalty built, not planned. The king before me was my T.O. We ran the same route. Taught me what the low and slow life was all about. Said the crown ain't yours to keep, it's yours to carry for a while. Then you pass it to the young one with the hungriest smile. He wore it through the 80s when the streets were on fire. Kept the peace with just his presence, never needed to conspire. When they laid him down and diddy, get the procession roll slow. 40 Lowriders gleaming in the chrome halo. I inherited the Chevy and the weight of the name. Learn the crown and the burden of one and the same. Cause every young Vato watching how I carry myself is learning how to wear it or learning something else. So I rode with dignity, I rode with the code. The chrome crown teaches as it rolls down the road.
Heavy is the head, but the head stays up. Chrome crown gleaming like a golden cup. Pass it down the bloodline when the time comes around. Till then, I'm the keeper of the chrome crown.
Now my daughter's in the garage passing wrenches to a king, asking why I baby this old metal thing. I tell her, mija, this ain't metal, this is memory that moves. Every mile's a testimony, every dance got dues. She rolled her eyes at 12, at 16 she understood when the whole barrio waved as we rode through the hood. Now she's picking out the fabric for her own interior, dreaming of a crown, nothing inferior. And that's the way the kingdom keeps its lights on forever. Not through force or through fortune, but through hands that work together. The chrome don't know gender, the crown don't know age. It just knows dedication, written page after page. So here's the coronation, the sunset to shine, the chrome crown passing down the family line. When I'm gone, don't cry for me, just wax it real slow and let my crown keep rolling with the low and the slow.
Chrome crown, heavy is the head that shines. Every scratch and every polish marks a memory of mine. Chrome crown, the throne is on hydraulics tonight. King of the boulevard, under the street light. No velvet, no scepter, just the wheel in my hand.
Chrome crown,
royalty built, not planned.
Polish it slow, pass it down slow, down slow, down slow. The crown stays shining, that's all I know.
Yeah. Hijo del Barrio. Hijo del Barrio, son of the streets that raised me. Every corner, every cousin, every hand that saved me. I carry the whole neighborhood inside my chest. Hijo del Barrio, blessed, never stress. Born on the street where the jacarandas drop purple rain, where the pale terror's bell was the summer sweet refrain. My first education was a school, it was the block. Learned to read the faces, learned the rhythm of the clock. Doña Carmen on the porch was the neighborhood eyes. Called me stealing plums once, made me apologize. Then she baked them in a pot and handed me a plate. Said the barrio corrects you cause the barrio thinks you're great. That's the kind of love they never show on the news. They just film the sirens, never film the barbecues. Never film the quinceañera spilling out the yard, or the veteranos coaching Little League in the boulevard. So I became a witness with a pen and a mic, telling stories about the block that raised me right. Hijo del Barrio, I am the streets and the streets are me. From the murals to the corners, to the old oak tree. Raised by a village that they try to write off. Now I shine so bright they can't turn the lights off. Son of the barrio, wear it like a badge on my chest. Everything I am is cause the hood gave its best. Pops worked the swap meet, mama cleaned the office towers. Between the two of them, they barely slept 8 hours. But Sunday was sacred, menudo on the stove. The whole familia packed into our little alcove. My tíos talking politics, my tías talking louder. Abuelita in the corner making everybody prouder. We didn't have the riches, but we never knew the lack. Cause the barrio economy is looking out and giving back. Mr. Reyes fixed the bikes for every kid on the street. Never charged a single dollar, said the smiles with the receipt. The tortillerias lived extra dozens to the struggling. The whole block was a system, love multiplying, doubling. That's the wealth they can't measure with a census or a chart. The gross domestic product of a neighborhood's heart. Hijo del Barrio, son of the streets that raised me. Every corner, every cousin, every hand that saved me. I carry the whole neighborhood inside my chest. never stress. Now the developers circling like hawks on the wire, buying up the block, pushing rents higher and higher. The coffee shop replaced the spot where Troy cut our hair. And half the families I grew up with ain't there, but you can gentrify what's living in the marrow. Can't bulldoze a memory, can't evict a sparrow. So we organize, we mobilize, we buy back the corner, turn the old cantina to a center for the mourners and the learners. I pull my studio money into 3 houses on the street, rent them to the familiars getting pushed off their feet. Cause the son of the barrio don't flee when he's grown. He plants deeper roots and he protects the home. This verse is for the neighborhoods holding the line. Yeah, Hijo made it out and came back to shine. Hijo del Barrio, I am the streets and the streets on me. From the murals to the corners, to the old oak tree. Raised by a village that they tried to ride. Oh, now I shine so bright they can't turn the lights off. Son of the barrio, wear it like a badge on my chest. Everything I am is cause the hood gave us best. Hijo del Barrio, hasta el final. From the porch lights to the murals, to the old corner store. Every blessing that I carry, the barrio gave me more. The streets that raised me, me catedral.
Yeah, you hear that engine purring? That's the sound of the boulevard's heartbeat. El Patron is here. When I pull up to the corner, the whole block adjusts its posture. 20 years of reputation, ain't nobody gotta force you. Respect ain't demanded here, it's earned through the seasons. I fed the block and winners, gave the young ones their reasons. El Patron del Boulevard, but not the kind you fear. The kind that keeps the peace and keeps the vision clear. I settle beats with barbecues, not bullets or blades. Turn rivals into business partners, look at what we made. The taco spot, the tire shop, the studio on Fifth. Every storefront on the strip is proof the barrio's a gift. They used to call it the war zone on the evening news. Now they call it up and coming, that's the Patron's blues. I walk the boulevard at midnight with no worry in my step. Cause every door I pass is a promise that I kept. El Patron del Boulevard, crowned by the block. Every handshake is a treaty, every corner is a clock. Built an empire to trust where they predicted a fall. El Patron del Boulevard, standing tall. Not the boss of the people, the servant of the street. That's the only kind of power that can never know defeat. Started as a runner for the corner store at 9, delivering groceries to the viejitas down the line. Doña Viro paid in quarters and in lessons more valuable. Mijo served the people in your eyes is unstoppable. By 20 I was managing, by 30 I was owning, by 40 every empty lot on the boulevard was groaning under cranes and new construction. But we kept the rents fair, cause a Patron who bleeds his people is a parasite in prayer. I seen the other kind, the ones who ruled through the terror. Their kingdoms last a season, then they're gone like an era. But service is a currency that never inflates. The block invests in loyalty and compound interest rates. So when the hard times came and the economy dipped, the boulevard held together like a well-captain ship. El Patron, El Patron. The boulevard knows where the loyalty is planted. That's where everything grows. From the corner to the corner, every light stays on. The street don't need a ruler, it needs a patron. Now the young ones come around asking how to get the crown. I tell them, first lesson, learn to hold the block down. Now we muscle with mornings, show up every single day. Sweep the sidewalk, know the names, give more than you take away. Power ain't a pyramid, it's a garden in the ground. You water every neighbor and the harvest comes around. My succession plan is simple, 50 leaders, not one. Every business on the boulevard training a daughter or a son. Cause a true Patron's ambition is to make himself unneeded, to build a block so strong that his absence goes unheeded. When I finally step back and just cruise the avenue in the 64 Impala with the midnight blue, I see 100 Patroners where they said there'd be a graveyard. That's the legacy. El Patron del Boulevard, El Patron del Boulevard, crowned by the block. Every handshake is a treaty, every corner is a clock. Built an empire to trust where they predicted a fall. El Patron del Boulevard, standing tall. Not the boss of the people, the servant of the street. That's the only kind of power that can never know defeat. El Patron del Boulevard, servant of the street. The empire of the handshake, never obsolete.
city's finally honest. When the darkness gives no mass, no meetings, just the moon and me. Midnight Vato, finally free. 11:59, I watch the day clock die, and something in my shoulders finally learns to untie. The daytime me wears collars, answers email, shakes the hands. The midnight me just breathes and lets the leather seat expand. I keep the radio low, the engine sings the lead. A velvet V8 lullaby is everything I need. Past the taqueria, sleeping with the shutters pulled down. Past the laundry man still glowing like a lighthouse in town. The midnight population is a different kind of folk. The dreamers and the healers and the ones who never spoke. We don't wave, we just nod, the nocturnal salute. Every Vato in his vessel on his personal route. The boulevard at midnight is a river running slow. And I'm just another current going where the currents go. Midnight Vato, the hour holds no lies. Just the street lights painting amber on the hood where it rides. The day can have its noise, I'll take the hum and the glow. Midnight Vato, low and slow. When the world stops performing, that's when I come alive. The most honest hour, the midnight drive. My therapist is steering wheel, my church is an underpass. My meditation's watching yellow signals go past. I process all my losses on the empty overpass, where the city spreads below me like a story made of glass. I think about my Jeffito, how he worked until he broke. How he never took a night drive, never let the pressure smoke. He carried every worry like a passenger up front. I learned from his exhaustion what the silence really wants. So now I give my troubles to the boulevard to hold. Every mob release is something that I couldn't have control. The midnight understands me like the daylight never will. It don't ask me to be better, it just asks me to be still. And somewhere around Slauson, the night inside unwinds. The midnight does for free what the daytime never finds. Midnight Vato, rolling where the quiet lives. The city's finally honest. When the darkness gives no mass, no meetings, just the moon and me. Midnight Vato, finally free. And if you see my tail lights floating down the avenue, don't worry about the Vato, he's just working something through. Someone talk to Padres, someone talk to friends. Someone need the boulevard to make the peace and make amends. 1 o'clock the harbor, I park and kill the light. The cargo cranes like giants standing guard over the night. I sit up on the hood with a tamarindo soda, watching container ships slide out toward the solar. This is where I do my dreaming, I'm a planning in my prayer. The midnight office of a Vato, no rent, just air. I made my biggest choices on this hood at this hour. Proposed to me rain after midnight, gave me power. Decided on the business, decided on the house. Every crossroad in my living, the midnight worked it out. So when they ask me how I stay so calm inside the storm, I tell them that the midnight keeps my compass warm. 2 o'clock I roll home slow, the city's still asleep. The midnight Vato secret, mine to keep. Midnight Vato, the hour holds no lies. Just the street lights painting amber on the hood where it rides. The day can have its noise, I'll take the hum and the glow. Midnight Vato, low and slow. When the world stops performing, that's when I come alive. The most honest hour, the midnight drive. Low and slow, the midnight knows where the honest hour lives. That's where the Vato goes.
Yeah. El Jefe. El Jefe. El Jefe. Say it with your chest. The one who signs the checks and never needs the flex. From the bottom of the ladder to the top of the game. El Jefe. Remember remember the name. They fired me on a Friday, said the company's downsizing. Monday I was in my garage and Empire rising. $200 of tools and a work ethic of granite. Started detailing rides like I was polishing the planet. First client was my neighbor, then my neighbor's compadre. Then the whole cul-de-sac was booking every other Sabado. 6 months in, I hired my first employee, my primo. Taught him every trick I knew from wax to the primo. Year 2, we got the shop, the least scared me to death. Signed my name with shaking hands and one deep breath. Now the sign says established and the calendar stays full. And the bank that once denied me treats me respectful. That's the arc of the Hefe, from denied to divine. Every no along the way just sharpen the spine. El Jefe, the boss of his own destiny. Built it out of nothing, now it's running like a factory. 12 familiars on the payroll, eating good tonight. El Jefe, the boulevard's delight. Not a boss in the tower, a Jefe in the trench. First one in the morning, last to leave the bench. My management philosophy is simple as a wrench. Never ask the crew to do a job you wouldn't clench. I still pull the morning shift, still buff the chrome myself. Still know every client's name without checking the shelf. My primo runs the east side shop, my sister runs the books. Me and Sposa handles contracts with the eye of a hawk's looks. We're a family corporation. The org charts, a dinner table. Promotions come with tres leches and a toast. When you're able, I turn down every buyout cause the mission ain't for sale. Some suits offer 7 figures, I said read the detail. The name stays, the crew stays, the body rate stay. They couldn't sign that clause, so they couldn't take the play. Cause a Hefe knows the difference between price and worth. The empire's not the buildings, it's the people on this earth. El Jefe, say it with your chest. The one who signs the checks and never needs to flex. From the bottom of the ladder to the top of the game. El Jefe, remember the name. And when the doubt comes knocking like a debt collector's fist, I show it the payroll, show it every name on the list. 12 familiars, 40 miles, the mission crystal clear. The Jefe doesn't fold, Jefe perseveres. Now I teach a night class at the community center. Small business for the barrio, free for every render. 40 students every semester, hungry with the notebook. I see my own reflection in every single hopeful look. I tell them about the Friday when the pink slip hit my hand. How the worst day of my working life revealed the bigger plan. Your setback's just a setup for the comeback, I say. The boulevard rewards the ones who show up every day. 3 of my ex-students got their own shops running now. One's detailing, one's catering, one repairs the plow. That's the Jefe multiplication, the math of the crown. Every boss you help create lifts up the whole town. So here's to every Jefe grinding before the sunrise. Your empire's in the mirror, look it in the eyes. The boss of his own destiny. Built it out of nothing, now it's running like a factory. 12 familiars on the payroll, eating good tonight. The boulevard's delight. Not a boss in the tower, a Jefe in the trench. First one in the morning, and last to leave the bench. First one in, last one out. That's what the crown's about. Windows down, the city turns to colored glass. Every light's a memory, watching us pass. Yeah. The neon from the liquor store is bleeding on the hood. Pink and green reflections rolling slow through the hood. Every sign's a brush stroke on the canvas of the paint. The city paints my Chevy like the halo on a saint. The taco stands for rest in white, the pharmacy's in red. The old theater marquee throwing gold above my head. I'm a rolling gallery, a mirror on 13s, collecting every color that the boulevard has seen. The barbershop's blue spiral, spinning stories in the glass. The payday loan's yellow, a warning as I pass. Every block's a different palette, every mile's a different mood. The neon paints the city on us, rolling in a loop. And me, I'm just a curator moving through the show, catching all the light the city didn't know it let go. Neon reflections on the candy paint skin. The city tells a story and I drink it all in. Every color on the boulevard's a verse in the song. Neon reflections rolling all night long. The glass and the chrome catch what the city can't hold. A moving mirror painted in electric gold. Red light, I catch the diner sign flickering open. Same sign since the 70s, the promise never broken. The waitress waves, she knows the car, she used to know my father. He park it in the same spot when the nights would get harder. Green light, I roll past the mirror on second. The painted eyes of heroes, where the young ones get beckoned. The colors hit my windshield like a blessing in transit. History and pigment, the barrio's granted. Blue light from the laundromat, amber from the bar, silver from the moon above, competing with the cars. I collect them all like postcards, pressed against the chrome. Every neon light's a lighthouse, guiding Vato's home. The city speaks in wattage what it can't say in words, and the low and slow's the only speed where all of it gets heard. Red, green, amber, the boulevard glows. Every light's a story that the windshield knows. Slow enough to catch it all, low enough to feel. Neon reflections on the chrome and the steel. And when the fog rolls in from the harbor after two, the neon turns to watercolor. Every shade bleeds through. The city goes impressionist, the hard lines all forgiven. And for a mile or two, the boulevard's a painting worth living. One day these signs will change, the names will rearrange. The neon turns to LED, the family shops to change. But tonight the light's still analog, still warm and still humming. Still painting my reflection with the midnight becoming. So I document the glow, the only way I know, by rolling through it slow and letting all the colors show. My compass says I'm sentimental, I say I'm a scholar. The University of Neon tuition, $1 of gas per mile of memory. Cheapest school in town, the curriculum is color and the theme is slowed down. When my daughter takes the wheel someday, I hope the lights remain, so she can read the city's letters through the window pane. And if the neon's gone by, then at least she'll have the song of the nights of Father Row where the reflections belong. Neon reflections on the candy paint skin. The city tells a story and I drink it all in. Every color on the boulevard's a verse in the song. Neon reflections rolling all night long. The glass and the chrome catch what the city can't hold. A moving mirror painted in electric gold. Electric gold. The city and the chrome. Every reflection rolling the long way home. Yeah. Hombre Firme. Yeah. My word is my collateral. My handshake is my bond. In the world of fine promises, I'm the Vato they respond when the contract needs a witness or the deal needs a flow. They call the Hombre Firme, that's what my name is for. My father never signed a lease, he did an honor to the letter. Said the man who keeps his word in storms deserves the better weather. I watched him shake a rich man's hand and never flinch a beam, and watch that rich man's empire crumble. Pop stood firm to the end. The firmeza isn't stubbornness, his roots below the ground. The palm tree bends in hurricanes, the oak just holds its crown. I'm the oak upon the corner where the young ones come to lean. The steadiest arrangement that the barrio's ever seen. 40 years of standing firm through every kind of season. The Hombre Firme secret, love's the only reason. Hombre Firme, steady when the ground shakes, solid through the earthquakes and everything it takes. The barrio's foundation isn't concrete, it's the men who keep the word at midnight and keep it once again. Hombre Firme, the roots below the tree. What you see is what is. Yeah. And he's always gonna be. I've been offered easy money for a signature with silence. Been offered shortcuts through the valley in exchange for my compliance. But for meds is non-negotiable. The one thing off the table, a man who sells his steadiness is spiritually unstable. My compadre took a shortcut back in 1998. Quick money, easy story, now he's living with the weight. I visited him upstate for 11 years straight. Every month, same table, keeping firm at the gate. Cause standing firm ain't only for the sunny boulevard. It's showing up and visiting rooms when showing up is hard. He's home now, restored, got a shop out in the valley. Says my monthly firmeza was the light in his alley. That's the quiet superpower, no cape and no fame. Just a man who stays exactly where he says he'll remain. Firme, through the storm and the doubt. Firme, that's what the name's about. When everything is shifting like the sand in the tide, the Hombre Firme is standing where he stood with pride. They can shake the whole foundation, they can rattle every wall. They can promise easy heavens with the devil in the call. But the Firme never auctions what was never up for sale. The steady heart's the anchor when the anchors all fail. Now my son is 22 with the world in his pocket. Offers coming at him like a shuttle on a rocket. He asked me, Pops, how do I know which door to choose? I told him, son, the question's not the door, it's what you refuse. Any door you enter holding into truth. Only pieces of your promise every place you pass through. 100 flashy futures will audition for your life, but steadiness will feed you when the flash is under knife. He's building something solid now, brick by honest brick. No shortcuts, no silence, so no signature too quick. And when the barrio elders see him walking down the street, they not deny the recognition. Firme's is on repeat, the lineage is standing firm, goes generations deep. The Hombre Firme's harvest is the word he learned to keep. Hombre Firme, steady when the ground shakes, solid through the earthquakes and everything it takes. The barrio's foundation isn't concrete, it's the men who keep the word at midnight and keep it once again. Hombre Firme, the roots below the tree. What you see is what he is, hey. And he's always gonna be Hasta final, the oak and the crown, the word that never wavers. Pass it down.
Yeah. Look at her tonight, hanging low over the water. Yeah, Luna Baja, like she came down just to watch us.
The moon's riding low tonight, brushing on the palms, big and golden, heavy like a blessing in my palms. I took the coast road on the whim, no destination set, just me and La Luna in the slow motion duet. She follows on my left side, patient as a saint, glowing on the water like she's wet with golden paint. The radio's off tonight, some drive deserve the quiet, just tires on the asphalt in the moon soft riot. I think about my grandmother, she used to say the Luna watches over travelers from Fresno to Laguna. When the moon is low, Mijo, she's listening real close. Tell her what you're carrying, she handles heavy doses. So I roll the window lower and I let the words go free.
The secrets that I can't tell no one, Luna Baja and me. Luna Baja, riding low like a Chevy, holding all the light when the heart gets heavy. Golden on the water, patient on the drive. Luna Baja, keeping every dream alive. Low and close and listening, the night soft dive. Luna Baja, my witness in the sky.
I told about my father, how we never made the peace, how we passed before the pride would let either of us release. The moon just kept on glowing, no judgment and no verdict. Sometimes and near the silent is the only one that's perfect. I told about the business, how the pressure builds like steam, how a man can feel like drowning in the middle of his dream. Mile after mile, confession after mile, the Luna took it all and gave me back a silver smile. By point doom, she risen higher, smaller, now in white, like she taking all my heavy and returned it to me light. That's the alchemy of driving with the moon above the sea. You leave with what was crushing, you return with what sets free. My grandmother knew the medicine, the oldest kind there is. A low moon and a long road, and a heart with things to give.
Roll slow, let the Luna listen. Everything you carry, let the moonlight glisten. From the harbor to the headland, she never leaves your side. Luna Baja, the confessional ride.
And on the night she hides behind the marine layers veil, I still talk out the window, faith don't need the detail. Cause a Vato knows the Luna's there beyond the gray and mist. The listener, eternal, first name on the list. Now I take my son out driving when his shoulders start to slump. Teenage weight is real weight, the heart don't skip the jump. I don't ask him any questions, just pointing out at the glow. See the Luna riding low, me ho, she's listening, go slow. First few miles of silence, then the words come like a river. Everything a father praises, son will one day deliver. He talks, I drive, La Luna glows. The triangle of healing through generations, deep the same medicine, same feeling. My grandmother's up there somewhere past the silver light, smiling at a recipe, still working every night. The cars will keep on changing, the coastline may erode, but there'll always be a low moon and a Vato on the road. So here's to La Luna Baja, therapist of chrome, the golden ear that's listened every long way home. Luna Baja, riding low like the Chevy, holding all the light when the heart gets heavy. Golden on the water, patient on the drive. Luna Baja, keeping every dream alive. Low and close and listening, the night soft dive. Luna Baja, my witness in the sky. Riding low, glowing gold. Luna Baja, holding every story told.
Sin Frenos, no brakes on the dream tonight. Foot on the future, holding the wheel tight. The past in the mirror getting smaller every mile. Sin Frenos, full speed with a smile. They told me pump the brakes, homie, slow the vision down. Dreams that big get dangerous in this part of town. But I was born with gasoline instead of hesitation. Every red light in my life became an invitation. Dropped out the safe route, bet it all on the sound. Built the booth in the garage, egg cartons all around. First mixtape sold from the trunk at the swap meet. 20 copies, then 100, then the whole street. Mama pray no Venus for my reckless acceleration. Now she front row at the shows, leading the celebration. Cause Sin Frenos don't mean careless, it means committed. When the doubt tried to merge, I never permitted. The lane belongs to those who never lift the pedal. Full throttle through the valley till the dream turns to metal. Sin Frenos, the only way I know. When you're born below the bottom, there's one direction. Go. No brakes, no reverse, no parking on the way. Sin Frenos, Hasta, all gas every day. The checker flag is waiting where the doubters used to stand. Sin Frenos, the dream is in my hand. He's smooth in the passenger. We've been rolling since 11-2. Vatos with the vision, doing 90 toward the heaven. I remember when they laughed at us reporting in the alley. Now the same voices calling, trying to join the rally. No brakes on the brotherhood, no brakes on the ground. We redlined through the years when the world was unkind. My compa kept the wheel when my hands were shaking. That's the co-pilot covenant, no forsaken. We don't race each other, homie, we race the clock. 2 engines, 1 dream, moving up the block. From the trunk sales to the charts, Sin Frenos was the way. And we ain't touching brakes until they carve our names in clay. So when you see 2 lowriders flying past the limit line, that's me and my compadre, destiny's design. No brakes on the dream tonight. Foot on the future, holding the wheel tight. The past in the mirror getting smaller every mile. Full speed with a smile. Red lights tried to stop us, potholes tried to break us. Repo men and doubters tried their hardest to make us. But the engine that we built from all the pieces they discarded run the strongest on the night. The road's the hardest, now the young ones ask the formula. I keep the answer simple, velocity plus vision. Let the passion be the symbol, but check the fine print. Little homie, hear the rest. No brakes on the dream, don't mean no brakes on the chest. Respect the curves that life throws. Honor every passenger for speed, for the mission, not the angle or the massacre. I seen Vatos crash on Eagle, doing 80 through the pride. The Sin Frenos philosophy needs wisdom for the ride. So I'm interact the youth center every other Thursday, teaching kids the difference between reckless and courageous. The dream needs acceleration and a steady hand. That's how you cross the finish line, away the elders playing. From the garage to the stadium, the mission stays the same. Sin Frenos on the vision, full respect on the name. Sin Frenos, the only way I know. When you're born below the bottom, there's one direction. Go. No brakes, no reverse, no parking on the way. Sin Frenos, Hasta, all gas every day. The checker flag is waiting where the doubters used to stand. Sin Frenos, the dream is in my hand. No brakes, no brakes, no doubt, no doubt, no looking back. Sin Frenos, 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 Frenos. 2 dreamers on the track. They asked me where my crown went. I tell them I gave it away a long time ago and got richer. Yeah. I used to chase the shine like every young Vato does. The gold chain, the game, the glory and the buzz. Had the block on lock at 25, name ringing bells. Every door was open and the eagle of the swells. But the crown they give you on the corners made to borrow light. It only shines as long as you can win another fight. I watched the kings before me get devoured by the throne. Every one of them surrounded, every one of them alone. So at 30 I did something that the game had never seen. I took the crown up in the plaza, set it on the green. Said whoever wants the weight of it can carry it from here. I'm done being royal, I'd rather be sincere. They called me crazy for a decade, the Vato who stepped down. But the freakiest man in the barrio is the Rey Sin Corona. Rey Sin Corona, king without the crown, gave away the throne and never once looked down. The realest royalty don't need the golden ring. When the people love you crownless, that's a king. Rey Sin Corona, walking with the people not above. The only coronation that I need is love. Now
About 6 transmissions in the shop behind my house. My hands stay dirty and my name stays clean throughout. The young kings pull a floss and asking why I walked away. You had the whole boulevard, that's it. You threw the wind away. I wiped the grease off slow and let the silence do the teaching. Then I point across the street to where the vultures started reaching. The memorial on the corner for the king who took my place. 3 years of ruling everything. Now flowers mark the space. The throne's a subscription, little homie. The payments never end. You paying sleep, you paying trust, you paying every friend. I unsubscribed and bought my life back at the door. Best transaction that the boulevard has ever seen before. Some walked off unconvinced, still hungry for the hype, but a few of them came back around. And those ones turned out right. No crown, no throne, just a name and the word. The realest kind of kingdom that the streets ever heard. Walking with the people where the honest life is found. Rey Sin Corona, feet on solid ground. And my daughter drew a picture once, our family is royalty. She drew me with no crown on, just a smile and loyalty. I asked her where my corona was, she looked at me and said, you don't need one, Poppy. You got light around your head, out the mouths of babes. The truest coronation speech. The kingdom I was chasing was already in my reach. Now 20 years crownless and the legend tells the story. Every king I came up with is a photograph of worry. For me, I coach the little league and run the daily shop. Got a marriage that's a fortress in the porch where the elders stop. The irony's delicious. By refusing to be king, I became the one the body will trust with everything. They bring me their disputes now like I'm Solomon in coveralls. The crowners get the questions when the crowners take the fall. So let the record show it clear for every young one on the rise. The throne will feed your hunger while it's eating you alive. But service has no vultures and the humble have no target. The Rey Sin Corona shops in peace at the market. When they lay me down, don't crown me, just say it how it stands. He gave the throne away and out a king with honest hands. Ooh.
Rey Sin Corona, king without the crown, gave away the throne and never once looked down.
The realest royalty don't need the golden ring.
When the people love you crownless,
that's a king. Rey Sin Corona,
walking with the people not above. The only coronation that I need is love.
No crown, all king. The light around the head, the realest flame.
Terciopelo Negro.
Terciopelo Negro.
Terciopelo Negro. Terciopelo Negro. Black velvet on the night, the smoothest thing that ever rolled under the light. Dark and deep and elegant, the shadow with a shine. Terciopelo Negro, one of a kind. Yeah. Midnight black exterior, black velvet on the seats, the darkest ride that ever graced these illuminated streets. My T.O. called it funeral pain, I call it evening wear. The Chevy dress for dinner with the moon's own glare. No candy flake, no mirrors, no chrome circus on the side. Just depth on depth of blackness, the understated ride. Cause loud is for the young ones still auditioning for fame. The velvet don't announce itself, it whispers the name. When I glide past the corner, conversation takes a pause. Not because I'm flashing, because the dark commands applause. The elegance of shadow, the dignity of deep, the kind of presence money can't manufacture cheap. Black on black on black, the trinity of taste. Terciopelo Negro, nothing loud, nothing waste. Terciopelo Negro, smooth as the midnight skin. The boulevard goes quiet when the velvet rolls in. No noise, no flash, just the presence and the poise. The deepest kind of beautiful don't make no noise. Terciopelo Negro, the elegance of night, black velvet rolling slow, the connoisseur's delight. I
I learned the velvet lesson from my grandfather's suits. One good black, one tailored, that was all his roots. He said an hombre elegante needs a single perfect thing, not a closet full of costumes, one suit fit for a king. He wore it to the weddings and he wore it to the wakes. 50 years of dignity, whatever it takes. So when I built the Chevy, I remember this cloth. One perfect deep up city and no glitter, no froth. The interior's the velvet that his tailor would approve. Hand stitched by Senora Vega with a vintage groove. She worked the fabric slow, said I'm Negro es honesto, but hides nothing but the flash, shows the soul the rest. A year a week in labor for the cathedral inside. Now Abuela rides with me in every velvet glide.
Terciopelo Negro,
black velvet on the night.
smoothest thing that ever rolled under the light.
Dark and deep and elegant,
The shadow with a shine. Terciopelo Negro,
one of a kind. Some nights I park it on the bluff above the city glow. A black shape on the blacktop where the quiet lovers go. When the darkness of the Chevy melts into the dark above. One seamless velvet evening, the night wearing love. The young ones at the car show walk past it at first, drawn to wall the ramble flake and hydraulic outburst. But the judges and the veteranos gather round the black. They circle twice, they kneel, they look, they never wander back. How'd you get the depth? They ask what's under all that dark. 12 coats of patience, homie, that's the velvet spark. Every layer sand is smooth before the next one goes. The process is invisible, the discipline shows. And that's the deeper teaching that the Terciopelo gives. The finest things are built in layers, nobody sees or forgives. Your character's the same, 12 coats beneath the skin. The midnight only glistens cause of what you put in. So when they see the velvet gliding underneath the palms, they're seeing 60 years of lessons resting in my palms.
Terciopelo Negro, smooth as the midnight skin. The boulevard goes quiet when the velvet rolls in. No noise, no flash, just the presence and the poise. The deepest kind of beautiful don't make no noise. Terciopelo Negro,
The elegance of night,
black velvet, rolling slow.
the connoisseur's delight. Black on black,
Layer on layer. Terciopelo Negro, the midnight's prayer.
Yeah, 5 fingers, the promise, you sang right head. Yeah, female style famous. Fear,
Female style find out, solid to the last mile. Through the storms and the sirens, keeping the same smile. What we started in the barrio, we finish on top.
fear,
Female style find out, the loyalty don't stop.
19 years old when we made the pack at Rudy's garage. 5 Vatos, 1 vision, no mirage. We carved the promise on the workbench with a pocket knife. Fear masked al final through the whole life. Rudy went to welding school, became the master of the flame. Guerrero took the body work and built himself a name. Little Joe did the interiors, stitching like a surgeon. Spider learned hydraulics till the physics started working. To me, I kept the books and kept the brotherhood aligned. 5 branches, 1 tree, the roots intertwined. 26 years later and the shop takes up the block. 5 families eating from the promise on the clock. The workbench with the carving sits inside a display case. The first thing that you see when you walk in the place.
Female style find out,
From the handshake to the grave,
the promise of the brotherhood is what the Vatos gave.
through the lineage in the gravy, through the loss and the win.
Female style find out,
Thick and thin, 5 fingers, 1 fist. The barrio's own crest, loyalty's the muscle in that Chicano chest. But fear ain't a slogan, it gets tested in the fire. 98 the shop burned down, electrical wire. Insurance tried to dodge us in the bank called alone. 4 months from the dream to the danger zone. Spider got an offer from a franchise cross town, double pay, full benefits, they wanted him now. He stood in the ashes with the contract in his fist, looked at us and tore it up. You know I can't do this. Fearmaster FEMA wasn't written for the sunshine, it was written for the days the sky forgets to shine. We rebuilt it brick by brick with borrowed tools and pride. The body brought us to miles, work the weekends at our side. Cause loyalty's a boomerang, the years have proved it true. Every favor that we planted came back when we blew.
Fearmaster final,
Solid to the last mile.
through the storms and the sirens, keeping the same smile.
What we started in the barrio, we finished on top.
Oh, Fearmaster final,
The loyalty don't stop. We buried Rudy last spring, the flame finally rested. 4 Vatos carried him, the way the pack suggested. And his son works the Weldon Bay with his father's steady hand. The promise doesn't die, it just changes where it stands. Now the young crews come around asking how we kept it tight. 5 potters, 26 years, no split, no fight. I show them the display case and the knife carved bow. Then I show them what the words require here and now. It's Tuesday night honesty when the ledger's looking thin. It's swallowing your ego when your brother needs to win. It's showing up at hospitals, it's showing up at courts. It's 26 December's a split in the reports. The theme was a pact, it's not a phrase. The tattoo was boring and it's holy. It's the day he followed through. And when the last of fathers standing where the promise first began, he'll hand the carving to the sons and the cycle starts again. So here's is every crew that keeps the promise in the fire. Fearmaster Fino, may the loyalty never die.
Fearmaster final,
From the handshake to the grave,
the promise of the brotherhood is what the Vatos gave.
through the leaves in the grave, through the loss in the wind.
Fearmaster final,
Thick and thin, 5 fingers, 1 fist. The Barrio's on crest, loyalty's the muscle, and the Chicano chest. From the workbench to wherever, a vow holds strong. Fearmaster final, the brotherhood song. Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Out here past the city glow, you can finally see him. Estrella del Oeste, the western stars, remember. Yeah. My father crossed the desert with a photograph and faith. The western star above him, like a compass in the space. He told me, mijo, every dreamer needs a fixed point in the dark. Something burning up above you when you're carrying the spark. Yeah. He followed it to Bakersfield, then followed it to LA. Picked grapes beneath the sun and studied English through the gray. The star was there the night he met my mother at the dance. The star was there the morning that they took the business chance. A little upholstery shop with a hand-painted sign, Estrella del Oeste. The name caught the shine. He stitched the seats of lowriders for 37 years. Every bench a constellation sewn with hopes and tears. And when the elders brought the Chevys, he'd work beneath the light of the western star that led him through the desert night. Estrella del Oeste, shining on the ones who roam. The light that crossed the border and became the light of home. Every stitch, every mile, every dream in the west. Estrella del Oeste, burning in the chest. For the fathers in the fields and the mothers at the till. The western star is watching, and it's shining still. I grew up in that shop with the needle in my hand, learning that the finest work is what the years demand. Pops would hum rancheras while he measured out the pleats, teaching me the geometry of dignity in seats. The Vato brings a Chevy cause his Chevy holds his pride. We don't upholster cars, mijo, we upholster the ride. And the rise, the western promise that his father chased like us. So every seam's a sacred line, stitch it like a trust. When he passed the whole boulevard, rode by the shop at dusk. 100 lowriders gleaming, chrome and candy in trust. Every seed he'd ever stitched came back to say goodbye. The slow as bright as river underneath the western sky. Kept the sign, I kept the shop, I kept the humming too. Estrella del Oeste, the torch keeps passing through. Under the western star, the dreamers find their way. From the desert to the boulevard, the night turns into day. Keep your eyes above the mountains when the road gets long. Estrella del Oeste, the traveler's song. And some nights I drive out east where the city lights get thin. Park on the desert shoulder where my father's road had been. The same stars up there burning that he followed at 19. And I thank it for the stitches and for everything between. Now my niece runs the front counter studying design. She wants to take the family craft across the borderline. The other direction, homie, exhibitions, gallery shows. Abuelo stitching is an art form, she says the world should know. So his benchworks in the museum, now behind the velvet rope. The placard reads Estrella del Oeste, craft and hope. And the Vatos from the boulevard, they visit in their Chino, standing quiet by the glass like the view in something divino. Cause it is the evidence that humble hands endure, that the western star delivers when the dreaming heart is pure. From the desert to the museum, from the needle to the name. 3 generations riding on the star's eternal flame. So look up every dreamer, the fixed point shining, yeah. Estrella del Oeste, the west, don't forget. Estrella del Oeste, shining on the ones who roam. The light that crossed the border and became the light of home. Every stitch, every mile, every dream in the west. Estrella del Oeste, burning in the chest. For the fathers in the fields and the mothers at the till. The western star is watching, and it's shining still. Shining still. Over the boulevard, over the sand. Estrella del Oeste, guiding every honest hand. En la oscuridad, gold in the dark. The treasure that they bury, couldn't bury the spark. Dig deep in the shadow, that's where the vein runs. Oro, en la oscuridad.
The Midnight Suns, they redlined the neighborhood in 1952. Drew a border made of ink that the banks pushed through. No loans, no lights, no parks on the east of the line. They buried us in shadow when they called it design. But gold don't need permission from the men who draw the maps. It forms under pressure in the geological gaps. So while the sunny side was coasting on inherited terrain, the dark side of the district was compressing into flame. The garage bands, the muralists, the backyard engineers, the kitchen table geniuses perfecting their careers. Every basement was a mine shaft, every alley was a scene. The darkness they assigned us became the place to dream. Cause when nobody's watching, homie, nobody can stop the goal forming quietly from the bottom to the top.
Oro en la oscuridad,
What the shadow couldn't kill, the brightest gold is minted where the light was never spilled.
they drew the line to sink us.
We made the line of launch, gold in the darkness, the barrio's response.
Shine now, shine forever.
From the east of the divide,
Oro en la oscuridad.
the treasure survived. My mother sewed at midnight after cleaning all the day. Her sewing machine humming like a hymn from the doorway. She made Kinston ever dresses that could rival any store. Word spread through the shadows, soon the line was out the door. No storefront, no signage, no credit line, no ad, just gold in the darkness and the talent that she had. By the time I was in high school, she had seamstresses, a crew, the empire in the living room that the red line never knew. And she wasn't the exception, she was the rule of the street. The mechanic in the driveway with the wait list and the heat. The carnitas in the backyard that could humble any chef. The economy a shadow, the goal they never checked. When the city finally noticed, they called it Renaissance. We just called it Tuesday. The shine was in the bronze.
Oro en la oscuridad,
Gold in the dark, the treasure that they buried couldn't bury the spark.
dig deep in the shadows.
That's where the vein runs.
Oro en la oscuridad.
The midnight sun. Don't cry about the shadow, learn its geometry. The dark's a free apprenticeship in what you're gonna be. Every legend from the Barry will tell you where it starts. In the young corner working with the furnace in the heart. Now they want the neighborhood, the shadows getting bright. The speculators circling the blocks they used to slight. But the gold we minted in the dark, it taught us what it's worth. We organized the ownership, we bought the very earth. The community land trust holds the corner in the square. My mother shops a co-op, now 12 seamstresses share. The murals that they painted in the years of no attention are landmarks now protected, the shadow's own invention. So when the young ones ask me about the days before the shine, I tell them we were never dark, we just weren't on the line. The aura was forever in the hands and in the hearts. The darkness was the cover where the treasure gotta start. Let them keep the spotlight, we already on the mind.
Oro en la oscuridad,
Eternally the shine.
oro en la oscuridad.
What the shadow couldn't kill, the brightest gold is minted where the light was never spilled.
They drew the line to sink us.
We made the line of launch, gold in the darkness, the barrio's response.
Shine now, shine forever.
From the east of the divide,
Oro en la oscuridad.
the treasure survived. From the shadow to the summit, the vein never ends.
Oro en la oscuridad.
The gold of my friends.
Yeah. The motto. And his motto was good. My way.
They handed me a blueprint when I turned 18. Said follow this exactly and you live the safe routine. 9 to 5, great Cuba or retire at 65. A pre-approved existence, technically alive. I looked at the blueprint, then I looked at my abuelo. 84 years old, still dancing to the cello. He built his life freehand, no template, no net. A carpenter philosopher who lived without regret. He said, Mijo, borrow blueprints, build another man's home. You want a life that fits you, draw your own. So I folded their agenda into a paper plane and flew it out the window of the counselor's domain. Started sketching my own architecture, line by crooked line. A Mi Modo, homie, my way, my design.
A Mi Modo, I did it my way, all the way through.
Every choice, every mile,
The signature's true.
not the highway they paved,
But the road that I drew,
a Mi Modo.
the original route.
When they carved the final sentence, let it say what
He should.
he lived it a su modo.
and his motto was good.
Yeah, yeah. My way meant the music when they said the music's foolish. Meant restoring the Impala when they said the classic's useless. Meant marrying for love and not for strategy or show. Mistaken in the barrio when the money said to go. Every fork in the road, I took the one that felt like mine. Sometimes I meant to grab it while the others took the line. I've eaten humble dinners in the years the way was thin, but I never ate the poison up pretending that's a win. My cousin took the blueprint route, the tower in the tie. Good man, good salary, but watch his eye. When the weekend comes, he sits in my garage with the beer. Says, you built the life I dream about when nobody's near. I tell him it's not too late to grab a pencil and revise. Mi Modo's not a talent, it's a choice you exercise.
My way, not the easy way, the honest way. The road with my name on it, come what may. Every scar's a signature, every win's handmade. Mi Modo, the life I wouldn't trade.
Yeah, I paid the toll, the doubt, the lean years, the laughter, the family reunions where they ask, what's he after? But the interest on authenticity compounds with the years. Now the same ones asking questions raise the toast when I appear. Now I'm 50-something rolling with the sunset on the hood. The life I drew freehand turned out better than good. The whites that rise beside me, the kids call every week. The garage smells like cedar and the future's looking sleek. My granddaughter asked me Sunday, Papa, what should I become? I told her, Mija, that's a question for the beat of year on drum. The world will hand you blueprints, they mean well when they do, but the only life that's livable's the one designed by you. Study every master, borrow tools from every trade, but when it's time to build, let the plans be yours, handmade. She nodded like she got it, and I think she really did, cause she tore her map in pieces and she drew her own grid. It's the inheritance I'm leaving, no fortune, no estate, just the courage of the free hand and the nerve to navigate.
Mi Modo, I did it my way, all the way through.
Every choice, every mile,
the signature's true.
not the highway they paved,
but the road that I drew.
Mi Modo,
the original rule.
When they carved the final sentence, let it say what it should. He lived it a su modo, and his motto was good.
My way,
Wrong freehand, signing full.
Mi Modo,
Beautiful. Saturday behind the shop. The Kearney's on the fire. Humo y Cromo, baby.
smoking chrome in the choir.
Yeah, the mesquite starts whispering at noon behind the bay. Big Hector mans the grill like an admiral of the day. The smoke rolls over hoods that we polish before 10. The weekly sacrament of chrome commences once again. 4 generations gathered in a horseshoe of clean rides. The elders in the lawn chairs with the wisdom in their eyes. The babies in the shade beneath the 63 shadow. The teens comparing playlists by the candy green El Camino. Every paint job's glowing with the barbecue soft haze. Like the cars are wearing halos in the afternoon blaze. Ay, there's something about the mixture, the mesquite and the wax. The congregation of the boulevard finally relaxed. No hustle on a Saturday, no clock and no chase. Just humo y cromo, the flavor and the grace.
Humo y Cromo,
Smoking chrome in the air. The weekend cathedral with the folding chairs. Carn on the fire, Chevys in a row. Everything that matters moving sweet and slow. Humo y Cromo, the barrio's perfume. Saturday forever, give the good life. Doña Rosa brings the rice at 1, the tortillas at 2. Her recipes are archives that the family passes through. Big Hector flips the carne with the flick of the wrist. 40 years of Saturdays, the smoke's archivist. The Vatos talk suspension while the Sweegers talk to Chisme. The cumbia and the oldies negotiate the dist fee. Somebody's always laughing by the cooler on the right. Somebody's always polishing the bumper to the light. My pops used to say the smoke's a letter to the sky, telling all the ancestors the familiar's getting by. So every plume that rises from the barbecue's black grade is a postcard to the heavens saying everything is great. And maybe that's the reason why the Saturdays feel blessed. The smoke carries the message, and the chrome reflects the rest.
let the mesquite talk, let the wheels gleam. Saturday's the anthem of the working man's dream. From the first coat burning to the last low glow.
Humo y Cromo, don't let it go. And when the sun drops low and turns the smoke to golden thread, the headlights start to blinking as the familiars head to bed. But nobody rushes Sunday, There's one more plate to share, one more story from the elders in the folding chair. I've eaten in the restaurants where the meals are work of art. White tablecloth, reservations beautiful but apart. Give me paper plates and carne with the homies any day. The seasoning of belonging don't wash away, cause the fanciest cuisine can't compete with the sound of your tío telling stories with the family around. The 5 stars and the laughter, the Michelin's the mood. The Humo y Cromo Saturday, the soul's on food. Someday when I'm mentioning the launcher on the end, I'll watch my great-grandchildren wax the bumpers with their friends. The smoke will still be rising, the chrome will still be bright. The recipe eternal, the body's birthright. So fire up the mesquite, homie. Roll the Chevys in a row. The cathedral's now in session. Humo y Cromo, Humo y Cromo. Smoking chrome in the air. The weekend cathedral with the folding chairs. Carn on the fire, Chevys in a row. Everything that matters moving sweet and slow. Humo y Cromo, the barrio's perfume. Saturday forever, give the good life room. Smoke to the heavens, shine on the street. Humo y Cromo, the good life's heartbeat.
El barrio me hizo. And the make was great. El barrio me hizo. The barrio made me. Every brick, every blessing, every hand that saved me. You can take the Vato anywhere the money goes, but the barrio's in the marrow, and the marrow knows. I stood on penthouse balconies above the city grid. Signed contracts in the towers where the big decisions hit. Shook hands with senators and posed for magazine spreads, but my compass still points homeward when I lay down in beds. Cause the barrio's the workshop where this whole machine was built. Every gear of my resilience, every rivet of my tilt. The hustle, learned that watching mama stretch a $20 week. The patience from my father saying defend to sleep. The humor from the corner where the Vatos roasted pain until the heaviest of Tuesdays felt lighter than the rain. The faith from Pablo Miguel and the candles in the dark. The fight from every coach who saw the ember fed the spark. So when they ask me in the interviews, what's the success key? I lean into the mic and say, the barrio made me. El barrio me hizo. Built me bone by bone. Every lesson in the street light, every seed that's grown. I'm the sum of all the corners, all the kitchens, all the codes. El barrio me hizo. And it's in me where I go. From the bottom to the boardroom, from the block to the plane. The maker's mark is on me, and I wear it like a chain. The critics love a story about escaping from the mud. Like the neighborhoods of sickness and success is the drug. But I never was escaping, I was carrying it forth. An ambassador outside in the buildings of the north. The manners that my mother stitched, they open every door. The grit from empty summers is what closes deal for. The bilingual tongue's a bridge that the market can't teach. The empathy from struggle puts the far ones in reach. So every deal I closed had the barrio inside. Every keynote, every venture, the block was the guide. I didn't rise despite the hood, I rose because of it. That distinction is the difference. The whole truth of it, the universities gave polish, but the barrio gave steel. And steel's what you rely on when the storms get real. Me hizo. The barrio made me. Every brick, every blessing, every hand that saved me. You can take the Vato anywhere the money goes, but the barrio's in the marrow. So I put the office east side, where the doubter said don't build. Hire local, train local, watch the talent field. The same streets they call broken on my quarterly report. The barrio's the blueprint, the rest is just support. Every quarter I go back and teach a business class at night, in the same community center where I learned to read and write. The kids look at my sneakers, then they look me in the face and ask if I remember every corner of the place. I walk them to the window, point out at the streets. That alley taught me angles, that market taught me heat. That porch right there's where Grandma Lupe told me I was smart. First investor in the company, she funded the heart. They laugh but then they quiet cause they feel the weight of truth. The barrio's a faculty, the degrees in you. Don't let them write your story like the block's a thing to flee. It's a foundry, not a prison. Look at me, the proof is in the podium, the plaque, the pedigree. El barrio me hizo, and I made history. El barrio me hizo. Built me bone by bone. Every lesson in the street light, every seed that's grown. I'm the sum of all the corners, all the kitchens, all the codes. El barrio me hizo. And it's in me where I go. From the bottom to the boardroom, from the block to the plane. The maker's mark is on me, and I wear it like a chain. certified, first rate. El Barrio Me Hizo, and the make was great. Third shift on the block, somebody's gotta watch the garden. Guardián de la Noche, at your service, beg your pardon. When the last porch light goes amber and the streets exhale the day, I start my slow patrol from Flora Drive to Monterey. Not a badger, not a vigilante, something older than the two. Just a Vato in the Chevy, keep a neighborhood in view. My abuelo did this route before me in his fleet line, 1960. When the city wouldn't send patrols to streets, they labeled risky. So the elders made a covenant, the night belongs to us. We watch our own, we walk our own, we earn our own trust. I know which windows should be dark and which ones burn till 3. I know Doña Luce's insomnia, the nurse's smoke, the marquee. I know the sound of every engine that belongs on these blocks, and the silence of a stranger's when it circles and stops. Most nights nothing happens, that's the beauty of the post. The Guardian's greatest triumph is a street that sleeps the most. Guardián de la Noche, the watchman of the streets, rolling slow while the barrio sleeps. No cape, no glory, just the compromiso deep. Guardián de la Noche, the promise that we keep. Every generation passes down the midnight care. The night is safe because somebody's there. 2 a.m. I found a young one sitting curbside with a bag. 17 and shivering, running from her home gone bad. I didn't call authorities, I called Doña Carmela. She keeps a room for runaways, the barrio's umbrella. By Thursday he was back in school, by June he had the cap and gown. Now he's 25, a counselor, the seat became the crown. That's the Guardian arithmetic, one midnight, one choice. One Vato paying attention gives the future its voice. I walked senioritas from the bus stop when the hour got thin. Jumped a dozen dying batteries and waved the workers in. Talked the heated brother down before the anger built a cage. The night patrols are ministry, the street light is the stage. And when the sun comes up, I hand the bottle to the day, like a night nurse passing charts. All quiet, on their way. Who watches while you're dreaming? Who circles while you rest? The guardian of the night shift with the bottle in his chest. From midnight to the sunrise, from corner to the coast. Guardián de la Noche, holding down the post. And I'm training up the next one. My nephew rides along, learning every window, every porch light, every song. He asked me why we do it, and I gave him what was given. Cause the neighborhood that watches is the neighborhood that's living. The city put cameras up on 4th and called it safety. Your lens don't stop a sorrow when it never saved the lady. Your record's the fall, the Guardian prevents it. Presence is the difference in the body, yo, invented it. This ain't about suspicion, it's the opposite, it's love. It's knowing every neighbor's name and rising above the fear they try to sell us in the headlines and the feeds. A washed over gardens where community succeeds. So when my shift is over, I mean the final one to last, let the nephew take the Chevy in the roster of the past. The names in the porch lights, the routes in the lore, the keys to the covenant my abuelo held before. And if heaven's got a barrio, you know where I'll be. Rolling slow past the pearly gates, midnight to 3. Guardián de la Noche, the watchman of the streets, rolling slow while the barrio sleeps. No cape, no glory, just the compromiso deep. Guardián de la Noche, the promise that we keep. Every generation passes down the midnight care. The night is safe because somebody's there. Sleep easy, mi gente, the watch never ends. Guardián de la Noche, good night my friends. Yeah. The doctor said, the doctor said my pressure's up. The world said keep on running. The bill said hurry faster, and the phone don't stop, it's drumming. But my abuela's voice cuts through the noise like it did when I was small. Calma y coraje, mijo. That's the answer to it all.
Calm and courage, the two oars of the boat. Row with only one of them, you circle and you float. All calma, no coraje, you relief upon the stream. All coraje, no calma, you're a fire with no beam. She raised 11 children through the seasons of the knife. Deportations, recessions, every ambush of the life. And the kitchen stayed the harbor with the coffee always on. The calmest brave woman that this world has known. I carry her equation everywhere the pressure grows. Breathe first, then be brave, that's how the river flows.
Calma y coraje, the heartbeat in the shield. Steady in the pocket while the chaos spins the field. When the storm knocks on the door, let the answer be the both. The quiet in the spine and the courage in the calma y coraje. Abuela's old refrain, still the finest medicine for pressure and for pain.
The shop flow when the contract talks went south. 40 jobs on the table, lights and fire in every mouth. The young guys wanted war, the scared ones wanted flight. I channeled abuela and I held the middle tight. Spoke slow when they shouted, stood firm when they pushed. Mapped every number calmly while the deadline ambushed. We walked out with the pensions and the jobs and the raise. The union rep asked out, I said the 2-or phrase. Then I took it to the hospital when Pops was in the bed. The monitors were screaming and the family filled with dread. Calma for the room, I kept my voice a steady clear. Coraje for the questions that the doctors need to hear. He pulled through that winter and he'll tell you what it took. My son stood like an anchor while the whole world shook.
Breathe deep, then step forward. That's the rhythm of the brave that's moving toward. Not the loudest in the room, the steadiest in the fight. Calma y coraje, day and night.
The lowrider taught me to meet her, check the way it rides. All that power in the engine, but it glides and it glides. It could roar, it could race, it could burn up the street, but it chooses slow and steady, that's power complete. Now my son's 16 with the temper like a lit fuse. Every slight of school's a war, every setback's an excuse. I don't lecture from the mountain, I just take him for a drive. Let the rhythm of the boulevard bring the lesson alive. Feel the car, mijo, 400 horses underneath, but we're rolling 25 with the palm trees and the peace. Strength that needs to prove itself, his weakness in the mask. The calma is the muscle, the coraje is the task. He's learning slow with sunrise, the way we all learn it. The fire's not for wasting, you bank it and you earn it. Someday he'll teach his own son on some boulevard of chrome. The 2-1 navigation for the long road home. Abuela's up in heaven with the coffee still on, smiling at the rhythm. Calma y coraje, rolling on.
Calma y coraje, the heartbeat and the shield. Steady in the pocket while the chaos spins the field. When the storm knocks on the door, let the answer be the both. The quiet in the spine and the courage in the calma y coraje. Abuela's old refrain, still the finest medicine for pressure and for pain.
Breathe, then be brave.
Calma y coraje,
the rhythm that she gave.
Placa de Oro,
The golden plaque on the wall.
Placa de Oro,
Yeah. Placa de Oro, the golden plaque on the wall. Every name engraved that answers the call. The Hall of Fame ain't in the stadium, homie. It's the barrio remembering.
Placa de Oro, holy.
At the car club headquarters, there's a wall behind the bar. 40 years of golden plaques, each one a shining star. Not for trophies, not for hop-ups, not for paint or for chrome. The plaque is for the Vatos who took care of home. 1981, Rigo for the toy drive in December. 1994, Lord Reyes for the quake, we remember. 2008 for Sylvia's Fun, the club that gave the most. Every golden rectangle's a medal in the toast. The young ones join for lowriders to shine in the scene. They stay because the plaque wall shows them what the colors mean. Cause any fool can polish metal, that's a week in the soap. But polish in the neighborhood, that's the golden hope. So when they ask what club I claim, I point up at the goal. The placa is the passport, and the story is told. Placa de Oro, earned, never bought. The gold that don't tarnish is the good that you brought. Hang it on the wall where the young guys see the ledger of the givers, the club's decree. Placa de Oro, the honor of the streets. The only gold that matters when the story's complete. Yeah, My Placa moment came in the flood of 95, when the river jumped the channel and the east side had to die. We turned the lowriders to ferries for the elders and the kids. Hydraulics lifting bumpers over water, yeah we did. 12 hours in the rain, 40 families to the school. The Impalas rolled like arcs and the Conca through the pool. The city gave us certificates, official and polite, but the club gave us the Placa, and the Placa felt right. Cause the city sees a program, the club sees a brother. The gold on that wall's a language like no other. It says you were there, you showed up, you came through. When the water or the winter or the trouble came, you flew. And my sons grew up watching that Placa on the wall. Ask anybody, that's why both answered the call. Placa de Oro, the golden plaque on the wall. Every name engraved that answered the call. The Hall of Fame ain't in the stadium, homie. It's the bottle remembering Placa de Oro, holy. Gold chains fade up on chops, gold rings go to dust. Gold plaques on the clubhouse wall, out live, all of us. So tell me where you're investing, and all the shine you're gonna make. In the mirror or the wall, that's the choice in the state. Last month we hung a new one, the youngest name so far, 16, little Marisol, the girl who fixed the car of every single elder on a fixed income street. Free labor every Sunday, engine humming neat. She stood there at the ceremony trying not to cry, while the veteranos clapped and the flashbulbs went by. And I watched the other young ones, the hunger and the stare. Not for gold you wear, but for gold you share. That's the engine of the culture, the perpetual machine. Every Placa burns a dozen more, the cleanest gasoline. So when historians come asking how the body will survive, through every wave that hit it, how the garden stayed alive, point them to the wall behind the clubhouse bar. The Placa de Oro constellation, every name a star. Placa de Oro, earn, never bought. The gold that don't tarnish is the good that you brought. Hang it on the wall where the young guys see the ledger of the givers, the club's decree. Placa de Oro, the honor of the streets, the only gold that matters when the story's complete. Engrave the names, hang them high. Placa de Oro, the gold that don't die. Every boulevard needs a voice to sing its story. Tonight the troubadour rose, all glory. I'm the one who puts the corners in the couplets and refrains, the biographer of boulevards, the archivist of lanes. Before me there was Chewy with his boombox and his rhymes, and before him Don Octavio singing corridors of the times. The troubadour tradition, everybody's got one. The Vato with the verses, when the day is done. I learned to trade at 14 at the Friday night car wash, spitting 16s for the elders while the suds made the wash. They correct me like professors, no, the street don't talk like that. Listen deeper, sing it truer, put your ear to the map. So I walk with you listening, like the asphalt could speak and it could. It had opinions about the strong and the weak. Now 20 years of verses, living notebooks in my trunk. The boulevard's own library, the rhythm and the funk. Trovador del Boulevard, singing what the street has seen. Every pothole's got a poem, every corner's got a queen. From the glory to the grieving, from the cruising to the sky, the troubadour remembers, he's the keeper of art. Strike the chord, drop the verse, let the memory roll far. Trovador del Boulevard, wherever you are. Marcus Cole from the south side, they call me when it's time to carry on the canon with the smoother kind of rhyme. My grandmother sang gospel, my grandfather sang blues. I inherited the archive in the walking shoes. See, the troubadour tradition crosses every borderline. The corridor meets the soul song where the cultures intertwine. I sing the east side stories with my compa side by side. Two voices, one boulevard, the harmony's the ride. I've sung at quinceañeras and I've sung at the wakes, some for grand openings and demolition dates. The street needs its witnesses and melody in time, cause the history the books forget survives inside the rhyme. So pass the guitar, remind of the night is getting deep, and the boulevard's got stories that refuse to sleep. Oh, sing it for the Vatos gone, sing it for the news.
Sing it for the senoras and the morning crew. The streets a living songbook, turn the page and go. Trovador del Boulevard, let the verses flow. And when we're gone the songs stay, that's the Trovador's pay. No pension, no plaque, just the words that stay. Some kid on some corner in some future year will sing the verse we wrote tonight, and we'll be here. So tonight we take the long route, from the harbor to the heights, trading verses out the windows underneath the lights. I sing the 63, he sings the 64. I sing the corner bakery, he sings the record store. We pass the melody between us like a torch in the meal. Two troubadours, one Chevy in the evening, surreal. The viejitos on the porches nodding, raise the cafe. They remember Don Octavio, they hear him in the way. The tradition keeps his promise, every era gets his voice. Every boulevard is valid, the echo and the choice. So if you got a story, flag the Chevy down. The Trovadors take requests from every soul in town. We'll set your Tuesday sorrow to a Sunday melody, 'cause the singing of the street is the street's own remedy. Trovador del Boulevard, sing what the street has seen. Every pothole's got a poem, every corner's got a queen. From the glory to the grieving, from the cruising to the scar, the troubadour remembers, he's the keeper of art. Strike the chord, drop the verse, let the memory roll far. Trovador del Boulevard, wherever you are. Two voices fading down the avenue. The boulevard keeps singing, the song continues through. F-Dairy. Yeah. After every bonfire, there's a moment the crowd goes. When the flames are done, they're dancing and the ember only glows. That's the hour I trust, homie, the Brasas, the coals. The heat that doesn't need to show its fire to warm souls. I was flame once, 20-something burning every wick. Loud at every function, quick temper, quicker fist. Burn bright, burn bridges, burn the candle in the rope. A bonfire above a Vato with the shortage of the hope. But the years of honest teachers and the flame life has a tax. Every blaze that I ignited left an ash upon my back. So I studied the barbecue, the way the mesquite goes. The flames are for beginners, the masters use the coals. Now I'm Brasas on the boulevard, the slow eternal heat. No spectacle, no crackle, just the warmth that can't retreat. Brasas, the ember burns the longest. The quiet heat, the steady glow, that's when the man's the strongest. The flame is just the youth, the fire, the coals is wiser, eh? Brasas in the chest, the warmth without the rage. Come close if you're cold, homie, the glow will never leave. Brasas, the fire that learned how to breathe. My temper used to run the show, the wheel behind my wheel, a supernova every slight. An argument each meal, me esposa almost left me in 2003. She said I married warmth, not a fire on the spree. The sentence hit me harder than a decade in the cell. I took the anger to the elders, they knew the story well. Oh, I'm on the well to listen, then he showed me his forge. See the white goes in the center, that's the working man's gorge. The flame can't shake the metal, Mijo too wild, too proud. Only coast can hold the temperature that bends without the loud. So I practiced being Brasas, breathing slow when I was baited, holding heat without the burning, staying warm when agitated. 20 years of ember discipline, the meter, the returns, the same wife, the same familiar, and nobody gets burned. Low glow, but don't test the temperature. The ember's still a furnace, that's for sure. Slow heat bends the steel that the flame just scarred. Brasas, the strength of the stars. When the cold nights come, the layoffs, the sorrows, the fears, the familiar doesn't gather around fireworks. They gather where the ember is, Mijo. The steady ones, the coals of the barrio, the ones who hold the heat through the long and narrow. Now
Now the young hotheads find me when the fire start to cost. When the blaze that made the famous leaves the smoldering and lost. I don't preach and I don't scold them, I just fire up the grill. Let the mesquite do the teaching while the evening holds still. Watch the flames, I tell them beautiful and brief. Now watch the coals beneath them, that's the fire with belief. The flame needs an audience, the ember needs a task. One burns to be looked at, one burns for the best. Some get it right away, some need a couple seasons. The flame, the ember journey's got 1,000 private reasons. But when it happens, when the wild one finds its glow, the whole body you warms up a degree or so. So here's to the Brasas, the veterans of flame, still burning after midnight, steady without shame.
Brasas, the ember burns the longest. The quiet heat, the steady glow, that's when the man's the strongest. The flame is just the youth of fire, the coals is wise as a ray. Brasas in the chest, the warmth without the rage. Come close if you're cold, homie, the glow will never leave. Brasas, the fire that learned how to breathe. Low and warm, through the longest night. Brasas, the ember keeps the light.
They ask what I'm leaving behind. Everything, homie. Everything that matters. Herencia.
My inheritance was callous as my father's working hands. A toolbox and a Bible and a quarter acre of land. No stocks and no bonds, no accounts across the sea. Just the blueprint of a man who kept his family free. He'd say, Mijo, la herencia isn't counted at the bank. It's the way you treat the janitor, the way you fill the tank of the neighbor stranded pickup without waiting for the thanks. It's the code you leave your children, that's the wealth that ranks. I watched them give it Saturdays to every busted fence. Watch them mediate the beefs with the carpenter sense. Watch them die with nothing much and everything at once. 400 at the funeral, every eye of monsoon. The mayor sent the letter, the club sent the wreath, the chrome. La herencia of a humble man. The whole barrio, his home. Herencia, what you leave in the blood. Not the gold, not the deed, but the code and the love. Every lesson from the porch light, every callus on the hand. Herencia, the estate that don't need land. When they read my will, let it say one line. Everything I was is yours. Now shine. So now I'm building mine. The vault of no dinero. Deposits made in moments from an arrow to an arrow. Teaching both my sons the sacred art of showing up. The handshake, that's a contract and they're never giving up. I take them on the routes their grandfather would ride. Show them where we fix the fence, where we still when others lie. The Herencia's a geography, the corners have a code. Every block a lecture hall where the family legend grow. My daughter got the recipes, but more she got the why. Cook big, cause you never know who's hungry passing by. My youngest got the toolbox and the patience it demands. The oldest got the ledger and the ethics of the hands. And all of them got Sundays, the table, the prayer, the herencia of gathering, the wealth of being there. What you leaving? What's the legacy? The low, not the chrome, not the house, but the code. The way they say your name when you're not in the room. Herencia, the garden that continues to bloom. And the Chevy? Yeah, the Chevy goes to whoever earns the keys. Not the fastest or the oldest, the one who tends the seeds, the one who waxes fenders for the elders down the block. La Herencia has conditions, and the conditions are the clock. I've seen fortune split a family like an axe through a table. Seen brothers stop the speaking over grandma's old gable. The money inheritance, it evaporates or burns, but the code inheritance compounds with what it earns. My father's father crossed the desert with the blessing and the knife. The blessings 4 generations deep and still giving life. And paid my tuition in Brazilians, paid my mortgage in resolve. The principle untouchable, the interest can't dissolve. So when my hour comes, it may it come real slow. Don't fight about the objects, just divide the glow. Take a piece of how I love you, take a piece of how I stood. Take the Sunday table ritual and keep it good. The rest is just the package in the box, not the gift. Herencia is the spirit. Now drive it, don't drift. Herencia, what you leave in the blood. Not the gold, not the deed, but the code and the love. Every lesson from the porch light, every callus on the hand. Herencia, the estate that don't need land. When they read my will, let it say one line. Everything I was is yours.
now shine. From hand to hand, from hand to hand, from cold to cold, Herencia, the eternal road.
Vuelo del Halcón.
The falcon takes the sky.
Above the boulevard he circles, the guardian eye. Born in the barrio, built for the height. Vuelo del Halcón, the ascending flight.
There's a falcon that's downtown, on the tower's highest ledge. A barrio bird made good, the penthouse on the edge. I used to watch him from the rooftop of my mother's place, circling over east side with an emperor's grace. The pigeons stay in parking lots, the sparrows in the wire, but the falcon owns the thermals. The currents take him higher, and I told myself at 15 on that gravel roof alone, that's the flight plan, homie. The sky's another zone, not leaving, ascending. There's a difference again. There's the falcon flies above the block, but the block is where he lands. He hunts across the city, but he nests above the streets that raised him from an egg. The loyalty complete, so I built my wings in night school, caught the thermals of the trade. Now I circle high above the same barrio where I stayed.
Vuelo del Halcón, rise but remember, the nest below that held you from January to December. The higher that you circle, the more you're meant to see the whole barrio horizon, and where the young ones need to be. Vuelo del Halcón, the wings and the roots, the falcon of the boulevard, in first class boots.
From the altitude of 40, I can see the whole terrain, the patterns of the paychecks and the geography of pain. I see which blocks get investment, which get promises and clones. I see the young ones on the corners like I saw my younger clones. That's the falcon's obligation, the vision is a debt. You don't get the wingspan just to fly and forget. So I dive, board meeting, city council, the bank, talents out for the barrio, pulling rank, got the rec center funded when they slated it to close. Got the crosswalk on the boulevard where the accidents arose. Got 11 young ones in turn, and in the towers where I hunt, every dive's a delivery. The falcon's blunt, they call me twice a quarter now to speak at the schools. I tell the rooftop dreamers about the thermals and the rules.
Vuelo del Halcón,
The falcon takes the sky.
above the boulevard he circles,
The guardian eye,
born in the barrio,
built for the high.
Vuelo del Halcón,
The ascending flight. And some nights I park the Chevy on my mother's old street, look up at the tower where the legend never meet. The falcon silhouette against the last of the light. We climb us from the east side, holding court at the high. The young ones ask me sometimes if the air get lonely up there, if the altitude's a distance that the homies can't share. I tell them only if you fly like the height's the whole point. The falcon don't abandon, he anoints. Every contract that I close has a clause they never see, a percentage for the east side, the falcon's decree. Every room I enter carries every room I couldn't afford. The rooftop here with gravel dreams, he's still aboard. And when my wings get heavy, cause every falcon lands, the next birds are already rising, trained by these hands. A squadron from the body, sending information, the vuelo multiplying across the generation. So look up, little homie, from whatever roof you're on, the sky's already yours.
Vuelo del Halcón,
Vuelo del Halcón, rise but remember, the nest below that held you from January to December. The higher that you circle, the more you're meant to see the whole body, your horizon, and where the young ones need to be.
Vuelo del Halcón,
The wings and the roots,
the falcon of the boulevard,
in first class boots. Circle high, dive true.
Vuelo del Halcón,
The sky remembers you.
Palabra de Hombre. Yeah.
before the lawyers wrote the contracts, before the ink and seal. The body ran on syllables, palabra was the deal. My grandfather bought his first house on a handshake and a nod. The seller was a stranger, the witness was God. Try explaining that at closing time to men in modern suits. They laugh you out the office, but that handshake grew roots. 3 generations in that house, the mortgage paid in full. Every payment made on time, the handshakes pull. Palabra de Hombre, the word of a man. The oldest form of currency, the original plan. New notary can certify what the conscience must sign. The contract of the character clause, 1 line, 1 be mine. And if you break it once, homie, the barrio keeps the books. The credit score of honor, no loopholes, no crooks. Palabra de Hombre, say it in its stone. The signature of soul, the collateral of bone. Banks can freeze accounts and lawyers can appeal, but the word of a man is the unbreakable seal. Palabra de Hombre, the vault that never fails. Yeah, where the promise is the treasure. And the honor never sells. I gave my word at 17 to a dying man. My coach, he said, finish school, muchacho, stay beyond reproach. Sickness in his voice, but the mandate in his eye. I shook his hand on Tuesday, Thursday, said goodbye. The handshake ran my 20s like a governor on the gas. Every party I skipped early, every course I had to pass. When the streets made their offers with the shortcuts and the shine, that Tuesday handshake held me to the line. Graduation morning, I drove out to the stone, laid the tassel on the marble coast, the word came home. That's palabra operating across the mortal line. The contract with the dead that the living must sign, and it governs me still. Every promise that I give carries Tuesday in the handshake as long as I live. Give your word like it's gold, cause it's more. Gold can be stolen from the safe or the drawer, but the word lives in you when no thief can climb. Palabra de Hombre, solid through time. And I know the world's gone digital. The terms and conditions scroll 100 pages, nobody reads. Agreements with no soul, but watch two viejos in the Bible settle language, just a nod. That civilization's cornerstone, the handshake and guide. Now I run my business old school, the palabra as the base. My contractors get the handshake and they look me in the face. The suppliers know my Tuesday words worth more than any land. In 15 years of building, no court has ever seen my name on the docket, overpayment, overclaim. The palabra's my attorney and it argues in my name. My teacher to my crew, your estimates a vow. If you said the job cost 8, then 8 is it now? Eat the overrun with dignity, the loss is tuition paid. The reputation dividend out earns what you didn't get paid. And the phone rings off the hook, referrals in the stream. Cause a man, his word is granted, is the market's rarest dream. So here's the business secret they don't teach at any school. Palabra de Hombre, the golden rule. Palabra de Hombre, say it in its stone. The signature of the soul, the collateral of bone. Banks can freeze accounts and lawyers can appeal, but the word of a man is the unbreakable seal. Palabra de Hombre, the vault that never fails. Where the promise is the treasure. And the honor never sells. Shake on it. Stone on stone. Palabra de Hombre, carved and known.
Last cruise of the night. One more lap around the kingdom. Última Vuelta. Make it slow. Make it sing. The boulevard's empty, the taco trucks are folding. The last of the cruisers give the nods worth holding. It's the Última Vuelta, the closing ceremony lap. When the night hands the baton to the dawn on the map, I take it extra slow now. 5 miles under slow, let the streetlights run their fingers over candy apple glow. Past the corner where I'm at 20-something years back. Past the church where we marry, white walls, gold rack. Past the hospital where both my babies opened up their eyes. Past the shop where pops taught me that the low rides applies. The Última Vuelta ain't a route, it's a rosary of miles. Every block's a beat of memory that the night hand files, and I thumb through them slowly like the elders in the pew. The boulevard's my chapel and the ride's the review. Última Vuelta, the last slow lap. When the night falls the boulevard into your lap. Every street light a candle, every corner a prayer. The closing lap of gratitude for being there. Before the morning's call, one more mile of thankful, the sweetest one of all. My Uncle Beto had a saying when he closed
to shop at night. The last look at the day, mijo. Make sure you leave it right. He walked the bays and touch each car like tucking children in the Última Vuelta ritual. The discipline of the ink is how you close a day. He said it's how you close a life. Rushing out the ending leaves the blessing on the knife. So I learned to end things slowly. The work day, the year, the visits with my mother, the last dance with my dear. When the party's winding down, I'm the one who stays to stack the chairs beside the compadres, the closing time pack. The Última Vuelta is where the meaning concentrates, the essence of the everything distilled at the gates. So don't you rush the ending, homie, honor the finale. The last lap's where the night deposits all the tally.
Slow down for the last one. Let the engine hum low. The night's final blessing on the chrome and the glow. Whatever the day took, whatever it gave, the Última Vuelta makes the memory behave.
Someday, way out there, there'll be a final lap. The big Última Vuelta when I hand over the map. I hope it's on this boulevard with the moon still on shift, rolling 5 miles under slow. The goodbye is a gift. Tonight the weather's sweeter cause my grandson's in the seat. 14 and finally curious about the rhythm of the street. He asked me why we go so slow when the road's wide open. I told him, mijo, fast is for the ones still hoping, slow is for the ones who found it. Look around the cab, everything I hunted for is riding in this lab. The familiar, the memory, the music, the peace. The Última Vuelta is for tasting the feast. He went quiet like the young dude when the truth first lands. Then he put his window down and let the night touch his hands. That's the handoff happening, the ritual survives. The closing lap philosophy passing between lives. So when I'm just a photograph up on the family shelf, he'll take the Última Vuelta
and he'll hear me in himself. Última Vuelta,
the last slow lap.
When the night falls the boulevard into your lap.
Every street light a candle, every corner a prayer. The closing lap of gratitude for being there.
Vuelta, before the morning's call. One more mile of thankful, the sweetest one of all.
One more lap,
slow and blessed.
Última Vuelta,
the night knows the rest.
Linaje de Reyes, the lineage of kings, not the castles, not the scepters, the deeper things.
From the abuelos to the young ones, the river runs long. Linaje de Reyes,
the bloodline song. My great-grandfather worked the rails from Sonora to the sea. Spike by spike, he laid the line of what would come to be. No crown upon his head, just a hat against the sun. But he ruled his corner of the world till the day his work was done. His son, my grandfather, took the torch to the fields, then the factory, then the union hall, the negotiated yields. He organized the warehouse when they said it can't be done. A king don't need a kingdom, just a cause and a ton of stubborn love for people, that's the royal DNA. It passed down to my father in the standard barrio way. Through Saturdays of labor and Sundays of grace. Through stand up straight, mijo, and remember your place. Not beneath any man, but beside all the rest. The Linaje de Reyes, the crown inside the chest.
Linaje de Reyes,
kings without the throne. The dynasty of dignity, carved in muscle and bone. From the railroad to the boulevard, the bloodline holds true. Every generation adds a jewel to the crew. Linaje de Reyes, remember what you are. The son of sons of royalty. Carry it far. Now understand the lineage ain't only made of blood. The body adopts its royalty up out the mud. My father's compadre Chewy had no children of his own, but 40 vatos call him Tio, the seeds he sown. He taught the neighborhood to weld, the wire to build. His lineage is a skill set, and the future's it filled. That's the Chicano succession, the crown moves sideways too. To the nephew, the neighbor, the student, the crew. So when I count my dynasty, I count beyond the name. The mentors and the coaches all belong to the same. I'm broken chain of hands that shape the hands that shape my own. The orchard of the elders, every branch full grown, and the fruit falls forward, homie. That's the lineage law. What you were given freely, give it freely. S is the draw.
Linaje de Reyes,
the lineage of kings,
Not the castles, not the scepters, a deeper thing. From the abuelos to the young ones, the river runs long.
Linaje de Reyes,
the bloodline song.
And when I look at my children, I can see the whole parade. The railman's shoulders, the union man's shade, the carpenter's patience, and the compadre's easy laugh. 4 generations standing in a single photograph. So I keep the family album like the archives of a realm. Every sepia photographs, a captain at the helm. I tell my kids their stories till they know them like the names. Your beast abuelo laid the steel that carry freight and trains. Your abuelo won the pension fight in 1972. Your tia crossed with nothing and she built the clinic's crew. Cause a child who knows the lineage walks different down the hall. The royalty of memory, the wind behind the squall that can't be made to feel small. Who descend from such height? The Linaje is a lantern in the schoolyard fight. And someday when the elders with the young ones at the knee, they'll open up the album and they'll point at even me. Another king without a crown in the eternal parade. Linaje de Reyes, the procession never fades.
Linaje de Reyes, kings without the throne. The dynasty of dignity carved in muscle and bone, bone, bone. From the railroad to the boulevard, the bloodline holds true. Every generation adds a jewel to the crew. Linaje de Reyes, remember what you are. The son of sons of royalty. Carry it far from the rails to the boulevard. The procession rolls on. Linaje de Reyes, eternal, never gone.
The sky's turning gold over the east side. Amanecer del Rey, the king's sunrise. Last song of the night, first song of the day. And the boulevards of watercolor. Watch the night crew heading homeward in the day crew starting off. I'm parked up on the lookout with the engine ticking cool, watching darkness hand the keys off like the old change of rule. All night we rode the kingdom, the corners and the coast, the anthems and the eulogies, the toast to every ghost. And now the lights arriving like a coronation choir. Gold spilling on the roofline, setting windows on fire. The palm trees go from silhouettes to royalty and fronds. The murals waking color, the painted vagabonds. Every hood I ever cruised through is glowing like a gift. A man, this is the proof that the darkness has to lift. So if you made it through the night, homie, any night at all, stand up on the lookout. The sunrise is your call. Amanecer del Rey, the dawn belongs to those who rode the whole night, faithful through the highs and the lows. The crown of morning light on the hood and the chrome. Amanecer del Rey, Amanecer del Rey. Yeah, I think about the fathers clocking out the graveyard shift, stepping out to the same goal, the working man's gift. The panaderos pulling first batches from the flame, the senoras at the bus stops. The sunrise knows each name. This life's the great democracy, it crowns us all the same. The mansion and the duplex get the identical flame, and that's the lesson. 30 tracks we're driving toward tonight. The kingship isn't given, it's carried in the light. You carry through the shadows, through the doubt and the war. The man that says a mirror, it shows you what you're for. So let the trumpets be the tractor trailers hitting the ramp. Let the confetti be the sprinklers on the boulevard damp. Let the anthem be the first birds up in the jacaranda tree. The coronation's daily and the ceremony's free. Here comes the goat over the rooftops, over the rails. The night released its story, in the morning tells the tales. Right into the sunrise with the windows down low. Amanecer del Rey, the royal glow. And to every rain horizon, the queens got their song. The kings and queens together is where the dawn belongs. 2 albums, 1 boulevard, 1 familiar, 1 fight. The night belongs to all of us, and so does the light. So here's the final verse before I roll it home to bed. The last commandment of the night, the golden thread. Be the kind of king the sunrise doesn't catch ashamed, whose ledge is clean at daybreak, whose love is never feigned, who kept the boulevard a garden, kept the Palabra stone, who made the crown a service and never sacked the throne. The Amanecer is coming for us all, that's guaranteed. The only variable is the man the morning's gonna breathe. So live your night the long one, like the dawn is taking notes, cause it is, homie, it is. In gold and let it quote, and when your final sunrise finds you, may it find you like like a king, surrounded by the familiar with the engines still able to sing. The night was long and beautiful, the story's on its way. Roll the credits with the sunlight.
Amanecer del Rey.
Amanecer del Rey. The dawn belongs to those who rode the whole night, faithful through the highs and the lows. The crown of morning light on the hood and the chrome. Amanecer del Rey, the long way home. Every king who kept his word through the dark to the day owns this golden hour. Amanecer del Rey. The sun's up, the kingdom's go. Amanecer del Rey, the story's told.